Welcome to San Antonio, Texas, and remember the Alamo Dome is home to the Roadrunners of UTSA, and we are fired up to get this game underway. Today, two teams get set to square off in an intra-conference battle in the AAC. As we'll see, the Memphis Tigers taking on the UTSA Roadrunners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Roadrunners will kick it off to get us underway. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tigers offense will start this game off. And there he is, a man who makes an entire stadium hold its breath every time he touches the ball, Jesse.
This defense better have a lot of breath in this game, too, because he gets better as the game goes on. He's the kind of guy, David, who can wear a defense down.
And he is the primary focus. That's what this defense is focused and keyed in on. We've got to stop him if we're going to have success today.
Now the toss. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
On third down, going up top. Looking to buy time. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. He finds his man. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick him up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get him in a predictable situation. Third and long, you bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
On target. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team...
Lofts one deep down the right side. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So UTSA's offense has its first opportunity of the day. When you have a weapon like this on the outside, and a guy in the secondary whose job is to take everything away, it's going to be a great matchup, guys.
It's so fun to see how you attack great safeties in the middle of the field. Are you willing to do that, or are you going to try to live on the perimeter? This offensive matchup will be great.
Yeah, normally you'd say receiver versus safety, the receiver's going to win. This safety, though, has got the speed to run with this guy, and he's going to make it interesting back there.
On second down, looking to throw. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. And the Roadrunners headed quickly to the line. third down play from the gun. They're trying to get to him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Roadrunners will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looking for a block. It's Willett. And the returner will be brought down. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Here comes the option. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he picks up a Memphis first down.
Well, no mystery there. 4th and inches. Hand it off. Keep the drive alive.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Split backs here. They'll run the option. Quick toss. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Open.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. 2nd down coming up. Handoff from the gun. Good, solid tackle.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small game and an easier 3rd down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on 3rd down. And shoot, and I got 4th down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front.
Touchdown, Memphis! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Roadrunners will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score! Touchdown, Memphis! On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown.
UTSA 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
From the gun, running back gets the give. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Roadrunners are in the hurry-up. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. And the Roadrunners come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Hey, it's important on offense in the passing game. You've got to have balance. And I mean, you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides. But you got to let the defense know, too, that you're not afraid to go over the middle.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Roadrunner.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Texas A&M is on top right now, but kind of fittingly for the First Lady of Aggie Land, Reveille, this has been a dogfight today. They are up by 7 over Georgia. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Shakes off the defender. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The offense lining up for a first down play. On the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Backed up in their own end, just find some breathing room. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And it's picked off. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Man, these guys can play offense too. Now look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. That's reeled in. It's Bell. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense.
Afterburners coming. Ripping through the defense. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Now on the option. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Field goal is good, and that lead grows even bigger. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's
right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, UTSA! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. A quick pass to the left. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bell. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A 3rd down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
And his mowers are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an
quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
He'll take a deep shot here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield and he needs a bunch. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The Roadrunners decide to punt it away. Oh my, he just shanked that one. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one, and David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive and now in business near midfield at the 49. A strike downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The RPO, fire complete to the left.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24. This offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Bulls his way forward. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
How do I make the defense defend multiple plays? Really nice job running the RPO. The pass threat, you could tell, softened them up a little bit. Now you hand the football off, and you get the big 3rd down conversion.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Touchdown, Memphis! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside and he loses the football. Almost a disaster on that return, but they jump on it and they'll maintain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them, so a nice job being able to pounce back.
What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20.
The return is brought down at the 39, and the Memphis offense will take over.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He makes the connection. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Let's go! And off to Jones. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Grabs it in the middle. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And they got him for the sack. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got it in the middle, it's West. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. One more snap coming before halftime. Corners are going to bail. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He'll take a shot. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. Memphis about to boot it away to start the second half.
33, UTSA 21.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Off play action. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. At the 45, on his way. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Roadrunners want to move quickly.
Yeah, and how about this offense? A little counter, a little misdirection, get everybody's eyes going one direction. They go back the other way. Nice execution by the offense to make the big running play down the field.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Offense lining up quickly.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Absolutely perfect. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
UTSA 24.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Powers through the defender. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with the stop, and you get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game, so if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. This will be it's a fake. He wants to throw. And the pass is caught, and the fake works. They get the first.
Man, that is awesome. That gets the juices going. That gets everybody excited. You work on these fake punts all the time, but you don't call them all the time. But the coach saw something, executed it perfectly, called it at the right time, and got a shot in the arm, get some energy, snap into the up back, completing the pass.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the misfire now on second down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Banks. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to take off. At the 20, he's got space. Quarterback gets the first down. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Into the end zone he goes for the 2, and now they lead by 3 possessions. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. The Roadrunners will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Didn't get a ton of a return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. A first down for the offense. Quickly complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. And the Roadrunners racing to the line in the hurry-up. On second down, he'll fire. Gets it out fast. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Roadrunners! A great catch and run for 6. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
On second down, wants to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Using the quick game. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Now on first down after that completion. To the ground with the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Fast motion from the offense. Keeps it on the bootleg. Time to take a shot. And he's got it inside the 35.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. The 40, the 30, the 10. Touchdown, UT7. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Just one moment and all of a sudden the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points. And now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to fill the wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He'll do it himself. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
And the defense, got him at the 27. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. And they pull it off. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Memphis now operating in the red zone. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Hit a speed bump on that last play. Now work to do on 2nd and 15. They'll run it to the right. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. And 1st and 2nd down on the ground. Abject disasters. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Bell. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Looking to move the chains. Here comes Memphis on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart.
48, UTSA, 38.
On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. They'll start this drive with a pass. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. It's caught downfield. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Offense set on 1st down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here.
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th.
UTSA, 38.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
The Roadrunners come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He wants to throw it again. Grab behind the line. It's West. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Coming after it. Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Offenses ice football games in the 4th quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
On first down from the 13-yard line. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will... just to drain the rest of the time away. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The play action fake. Still looking on the move. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Touchdown, Memphis! And the stomping has commenced. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. And he makes the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
62, UTSA, 38.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
They'll throw it on first down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Here's a throw downfield late. Intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Memphis will be forced to punt. We assume he's going to punt it this time. He did complete a pass earlier. Slips through the line. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if they just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
To the air on first down. Safe completion on the screen. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play, and he couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds. After this, it'll be a wrap. These corners going to give them some space. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. And that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defense.